All right. I have so much. I'm back in New York. So much DDTG stuff lying around. I got the big stocks only go up. I don't even know when I got this. The DDTG bowling ball. 2 G's because global. So it's Tuesday. We're going to have Chris Pavlovski, CEO of Rumble, join us as a guest. Maybe I'll start mixing in guests. I'm capable of anything. At 9:40, Spirit continues to fly, continues to just make people mad, really. Not DDTG people, not people like making money, but like the red dogs and the fucking cocks of the world who think they can't have guys like me in the stock market because they go boo boo. Only we can play this game, they say. I say no, we all play this game. 4 minutes till the bell. Rumble stock symbol RUM is up 23%. Early hours, they were up like 35% yesterday. That's on the news that we did a deal with them. We'll talk to Chris about that. I wish I could insider trade. I wish I was fucking Nancy Pelosi. Like, why do Congress people in elected officials get the insider trade, but I can't? Like, I knew that Rumble deal was happening. I wish I bought millions of dollars worth of stock and I would have made millions. But I'm not Nancy Pelosi, so I'm not allowed to do that. That's bullshit. If they can do it, I should be able to do it. Whatever. I ran. 22% up. Spirit, we fly in this country. Right now up 3% early hours. It closed yesterday at 7.98. It's traded at 8.20. People keep asking me, and I see again, I don't want to keep harping on this guy, Red Dog, but he's such a stupid name, and he's the one who came out of the clouds at me last week. Like, you left all your fucking followers dead on the side of the road catching falling knives. I don't even know what he's talking about. He's just making stuff up. He's one of these dum-dums who sees stuff on the internet. Name somebody did, like, hey, by the way, if you bought Spirit when DDTG, global, 2 globals, one's not enough, we got 2 minutes. Put a mega buy on Spirit, a mega buy. The highest rating this firm can give out, a mega buy at $4. You've doubled your money in like 72 hours. If you want to sell. I can put the money in your pocket. You people with brains. I'm not a Nancy state. Somebody wants to drink soda. I don't say you can't sell the soda. Let them decide whether they want the soda. I made you a shit ton of money. You want to get out, get out. I don't care. Make money. I don't know what your finances are. I'm waiting to get to 12 to 13. But you do you, Red Dog. 2 minutes before the bell. I am reading the Rumble comments right now. By the way, all our content available everywhere still. But I'm reading the Rumble comments is where I'll be looking today to see, what people are saying to me here at DDTG Global. Also, yesterday, belated, happy 22 to Caitlin Clark, my favorite female athlete basically of all time. Everything looks green right now. I'm looking at I still have my watch list, right? What do we got? 1 minute. 1 minute. I need someone to put this. That was premature. Did some idiot go 1 minute to what? The bell, you moron. 1 minute to the bell. All right. Let's get going. And we're off and running. Rumble up 26%. Looks like our Spirit, am I reading this right? 840, Spirit up 5%. This fucking guy. This fucking guy. That's who? Pete Weber. That's fucking who? That's where I'm the guy. I'm the fucking guy. I was saying this earlier. I don't even feel good. I've been sick for 4 years. I've been operating at 20% capacity for 4 years. 20%. God forbid I wake up and I feel healthy. It would be the end of the world. Spirit up 5%. 845. We fly in this goddamn country. I put a mega buy on Spirit Airlines at $4. It is trading at $8.48 3 days later. Suck my cock, Red Dog. Suck it. Get out of here. Oh, Red Dog. Oh, Red Dog, Red Dog, Red Dog. I just took your face and fucking put you in and made you eat the apples. I made you bob for apples. Come on now. Rumble up 25%. Everything these hands touch except Buzz. Buzz. But I can't do Buzz. You know, Buzz is at 18. I don't forget about Buzz. I think it launched at 20. Buzz was supposed to be the algorithm that changed the world. It didn't work. It wasn't a product. The math, the science didn't work. Sometimes I swing and miss. But you throw that same pitch twice, I'm going to hit it 480 right out of the fucking park. 8 minutes till Chris Pavlovski rumble. This guy. It's up 21%. Oh. Spirit is up 7%. Did something happen with Spirit again? Spirit is up 8%. Did something happen? Everyone's just saying, welcome to Rumble, welcome to Rumble. Thank you for saying welcome to Rumble. This is a stock show. We talk about stocks. If you have Rumble, fucking congratulations, because it's up like 50% in 2 days. But let's talk about everything, all right? Let's talk about the fact that Spirit, I got to look it up. Did something happen that I don't know about? Is it still cooking? 8%. Rumble's down at 13, so that came back to life. It went down. Let's see. Did something happen with Spirit? Am I that fucking good? Why is Spirit up 8%? Is there news? I told you. Listen, if you want to sell Spirit, sell it. You may have kids. You may have mouths you have to feed. I fly. I set my target and I don't panic. I say, give me the ball. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. I know how much time I'm dribbling. 12 to 13, I'll think about it. Did something happen? Oh, is this the story? Spirit Airlines is not set for Chapter 11 in 2024. Is that it? I told you. Listen, it made no sense. You got to put the brain together. I said, give me this hammer. It's too heavy, the big one. I said, give it to me. Let me put pen to paper like I'm prone to do. Let the big brain get some caffeine, start going. Because the block merger, they're saying this. Think about it. This is what I said. I wrote my thesis on this. The government, the judge, we're not going to let JetBlue merge with Spirit because we need to keep Spirit around for the poors. The poors need to fly on Spirit. Well, and then the red dogs in the world like, they're going out of business. I'm using that metaphorically, right? The suits. Well, it's like if the government blocked them because they want them to stay, they're probably not going out of business. That's what I did. Choo-choo, the train on the tracks, the big brain. Next thing you know, we got a 4-bagger in 5 seconds. That's how it goes. Chris will be on 6 minutes. I'm looking at stocks. The Rumble up 15%. Spirit up 8%. PayPal up a little. What was the PayPal guy doing, by the way? He said he's got some shocking announcement or something. You know what I'm starting to think is wading into buy territory is Nike a little bit. It's about 100. That's a strategy. I look for like distressed. the more uncomfortable it is to buy something, the more I want to buy it. Like everyone, when Spirit was down, it's like, oh, no. When you're running, some people run away from a fire. I want to run into it. That's when there's blood in the streets. That's when you make money. When it's almost, it is gambling. Like, I don't like the people, let's be honest. Like, Wall Street, the stock market is the world's biggest casino. Anybody who says otherwise is like, oh, you can't trade. You're not smart enough to trade. This is a serious game. You don't belong here. You're playing with people. Shut the fuck up. It's a gamified system, and the suits have the algorithms, and they're fucking with you 24/7. Watch Dumb Money. I'm in it, all right? I'm in the fucking movie. They didn't tell me I'm in the movie, but I'm in the movie. So I know what I'm talking about over here. So it is a game, and it's a casino. And like when you place a sports bet, the more uncomfortable you are, generally the better off you are. It's like, oh, this seems like a bad bet. Everyone's going the other way. That's when you do it. That's when you strike. I just got a text. Let's see what that was about. It was just a question. YouTube TV, which I have in Miami, blurs on me. I don't like it. Don't like it. Blurs. Quick check on how we're doing here. Yeah, Rumble's up 20%. Spirit is up 9%. Spirit is up 9%. It is trading at $8.60. I bought options that were $7.50 for March. Jordan Shrug. What are you gonna do? Oh, Red Dog's so mad. Somebody said they bought Rumble at $9. Well, what are we at right now? 580. We're going to be back at $9 if it keeps doing this in 4 seconds. DWAC was up 80%. I don't know what that is. Yeah. So most companies, I'm seeing Crickleberry here. Yeah, I bought it at 10, Rumble, when it first went public. That's pretty much 10 is like the standard price, right? Like I follow FaZe Clan. They went at 10. They're now like 16 cents. I don't even know how FaZe Clan is still listed on the stock market. I always hear if you're below $1 for like 30 days or something, you get kicked off the stock market. FaZe Clan has been like trading at 5 cents for a year. But yeah, IPOs generally, what is FaZe? I just put it in. Like, why? I don't know how they're still in the stock market. FaZe Clan is 16 cents. Imagine buying that at $10. Who just did a big deal FaZe? They just did a big deal FaZe. Up 50%? FaZe today? That's not what I saw. They are up 50%. Yeah, they're at 22 cents. They went from 16 cents to, wait a minute. Does that make any sense? That's not, my math on that doesn't add up. If they open at 16 cents and they're at 21 cents, how is that a 39% increase? 16 cents to 21 cents is a 45% increase. Is that right? Why is my math not? Sometimes listen, I know my weaknesses. I have a couple weaknesses. For a stock guy, I can't do basic math. That's a weakness. I don't have a terminal that really works correctly. That's a weakness. So some guys have weaknesses, strengths. I'm not a quant guy. I really can't do basic math. I can't even get my stocks to show up correctly half the time. Those are things I got to work on in this iteration of DDTG. The FaZe Clan, that's crazy that I brought them up. They're up 50%, even though that math doesn't make any sense. Yeah, they're up 44%. They're up 7 cents. They're all the way up to 32 cents. What was their big deal? What was FaZe's big? I still don't know how they're stock market. I thought it'd be one. All right, Chris Pavlovski joining DDT stream. Let's bring him in. Chris, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How you doing?
Good. So we're live on Rumble. The first thing that, I'll give the background. Your stock, we're up right now. Let me. Do you watch this thing like every second or no?
Not every second, no.
22% today. What was it? 35% yesterday?
Yeah, it was about 35% yesterday. And then I guess on Friday it was up a little bit as well too.
So you're
Not
having a
like
good
yesterday
run.
though. Not like yesterday.
You're having a good run.
We're having a run.
So we've had this deal. I was saying in the beginning, I wish I could insider trade like a politician, but they didn't like because I knew this deal was coming down the street. It's like, oh, I wish I could buy it. I would have made a fucking shit ton of money. So I think for me, and why I want to have you on this show, the biggest misconception I feel like people have of Rumble, and I know why, and we've talked about it a decent amount, and even when we were doing the deal and talking about it, is that it's strictly like a right-wing, ultra-conservative platform. Would you agree with that's the biggest misconception?
Absolutely. The media has painted us in a way that that puts us in a certain bucket, and they have not walked back from that. They have continued to pound that, and it's just all the facts point to something completely different.
Which is what I found researching it. So when we were doing this deal, and I knew the reputation without knowing a whole hell of a lot about Rumble, I knew that reputation. So when we started, and this all the way, by the way, this Chris and I started talking when we did our Surviving Barstool. We got taken down off YouTube because it was, we do the reality show and they thought like Kirk Minahan, one of our guys, threatened another guy in our office. It's a reality show. We all are friends, sort of, but basically know each other. And they said, hey, either we're going to give you a strike or take it down. I'm like, well, this is crazy. Like, we're not going to let our content be dictated by YouTube. And a lot of platforms, to be honest, over the years have had different, I would say, issues. You play by their rules, and if they don't like it and you don't even know who's making the decision, there's no appeal. It's just like you're striking, you're out. So that's when Chris and I started talking. And from my point of view, what I saw when I went on Rumble, I still believe it anybody can post anything. There's a lot of people on Rumble that I'm like, ooh, I don't agree with that person. And I don't want people thinking like this lunatic speaks for me. But if you look enough at the content, it's just everything. So is there anybody you would be like, hey, you can't come on Rumble because you're that insane? Or is and you just let anybody wants to come on, they can come on?
Yeah, you kind of look at it the same way as a society. Like if someone is able to walk on the streets in society, they can have an account on Rumble. Obviously, you have to abide by our terms and conditions and stick to that. But outside of that, like, we're not going to discriminate against someone coming onto the platform. I think that's like the opposite of what anyone should do. So no, we don't discriminate when coming onto the platform. But yeah, in terms of like perception, the perception is wild because, like, you know, everyone kind of puts us in one bucket. We started in 2013. I started it like late 2013, and our politics were like cats and dogs. On top of that, I'm Canadian. I can't even vote in the US election. So like, I can't be affiliated with any party or any side in any of the politics. So it's odd. And then, you know, when we went public in 2022, September, since then, the majority of our funds, like the majority of the funds that we put towards content, have gone to non-political type of content. Like, we signed Power Slap, the Power Slap Sports League. We have the exclusive rights to that.
I texted Dana, by the way, when the stock went up. I have no idea if he had what he has, but I assume he has Rumble stock. So I'm like, I don't know how much money we just made you, but you're welcome.
So yeah, then we brought on Nitro Rallycross Racing. We brought on Street League Skateboarding. We have the exclusive rights to all their, you know, championship events. And, you know, the UFC followed on. That's not exclusive, obviously, but we have pay-per-view UFC in Canada. We have bare knuckle fighting championships on Rumble. And then we spent a lot of money on creators like Kai Cenat and I Show Speed. They have a show on Rumble. DJ Academics has a show on Rumble. So we brought on like a whole list of different creators that are in all sorts of different categories of content, and mostly not in the political realm. And then here's the kicker. You know, you're probably familiar with ComScore, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I used to check that religiously back in the day.
Okay. So like ComScore is like the holy grail for like measuring a site's activity in demographics. What do you think ComScore has us as like the number one single category on Rumble?
I have no idea.
Democrats as a political affiliation, which, you know, you might not believe it and you might say that's wrong, but like at the end of the day, it has independence and no affiliation as the biggest chunk of viewership on Rumble. Whether that's right or wrong, it definitely, it's showing something, and that sample of traffic is accurate on the sample that they're taking. So, and it's not us saying that, that's a third party saying that. Plus all the moves we made in the last 2 years, like since we raised the money going public, have been, you know, there have been some political deals, but there haven't been like a lot of them in comparison to the amount of money we spent in sports and the amount of money we spent in like just culture and in creators.
Yeah. So, I mean, I did quite a bit of research before we like finalized this deal, because Barstool, you know, in some senses, I feel like, you know, we have, I don't know, 300 creators, and they are across the spectrum politically, how they feel. We have very liberal people, very conservative people. So, but we because of me, because probably I interviewed Trump, it's like, oh, Dave's conservative. He goes on Fox News. They're the ones who invite me. So I was aware of that, but I'm also not going to let Barstool be dictated by what other people think, whether it's the right perception or wrong. So I went, looked at Rumble. You can find anything for anybody there. And most importantly for me, something that I'm strong is the free speech. Like, I do not want to be beholden to a YouTube. It used to be Twitter more so, or a Facebook, where whatever they view of the world they have, or whatever they're feeling that moment, you have to play by their rules. So I appreciate that about the Rumble. That's why I think the content should be there, and we don't have to worry about being censored.
Yeah, the best part, I think, kind of like the thing that makes Rumble fly, in the sense like creators loving it and their streams growing, is that you get to be authentic. Again, you don't have to like be careful. Oh, oops, I said the wrong thing. Like, you can be purely authentic, and you know, there's consequences to things that you say, obviously, in the real world. But like, you get, it's true authenticity. You're not going to be like, I can't say this because this might, you know, trigger some algorithm that might.
Well, that's it. That's what I like. That is what you guys are letting everybody say everything, and whatever people want to say. A lot of the other platforms, they do have a slant, and there's certain things you can say, you don't say. And by the way, there's a lot of stuff on Rumble I don't agree with, but if somebody doesn't agree with it, the masses generally should wash that out. Like, if you can say it, but that doesn't mean I have to agree with it. Like, Dana White kind of had a quote on it the other day when people were asking about his fighters. He's like, I give them a leash. I don't give them a leash. Like, they can say whatever they want. Yeah. You can hate what they're saying. So, yeah, the reaction we had, I was curious to see what it would be like, but it's been overwhelmingly positive. We have a couple people who will do the same thing. Oh, there goes Barstool being Barstool. Of course they went to Rumble, and they don't know the first thing about Rumble, and they really don't know the first thing about us, but overwhelmingly positive. And the stock, I mean, this is a stock show. Oh, it came down a little bit, 10%. Spirit Airlines up 12%. I may just fly away. You may never see me if this keeps moving at that point, because I'm going to be like a quadrillionaire the way Spirit's going. But overall, it's been yeah, it couldn't have gone better. You were telling me you haven't had a run like this for signing up any of the people, like the Barstool effect with the stock.
Yeah, like, we had a big run when we went public, but outside of that,
how high did it get when you guys went public?
I think it was like around 16. It got up to like 16-ish, I think. Don't quote me on that. But after September of 2022, I think like some articles wrote that this is the biggest gain since then, for sure. So like, when we signed some other creators, it didn't really have that. And
also, by the way, but
I think like the Barstool thing, what's really, you know, unique about the Barstool thing is that you kind of are leaning in on the equity side.
That's what I was just going to say. I should add the details of this deal. I'm not a mathematician. I think it was 75-80% stock equity, somewhere in that neighborhood, which I'd always rather kind of do that if I believe in like who we're partnering with and the deal that we're doing. So yeah, we're the stock going up is great for us. We're obviously have a lockup, so I don't know what I would have done if we didn't have a lockup and it like banged out 35-50% a day. I get on my Spirit plane and head to the moon. But yeah, we're in it for the long haul. And again, I think the more people explore the platform, the more they're going to be like, because I know, again, I logged on the first couple times. One day I logged on, it was the worst 3 things. Like, I don't want to be in that lump. And you redo it.
I remember you called me. You're like, what is this?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's like the biggest news on the planet right now.
Yeah. Then you go the next time, it's like Gary Vaynerchuk or Kai. So it's just a platform with everything. We have our own section, which I like. So the Barstool, it's us. It's just another way for people to get our content. You don't have to worry about us being censored, which is anybody who's paid any attention to me over the years knows that's a pretty key. And also we were talking, if I thought like Chris or Rumble were like true Nazis or I would never do that. Never in a million years. So we did the research, off to a good start, and hopefully we get you back on here if I keep doing the DDTG. But like I said, if Spirit keeps going like it's going, I may be on a beach somewhere pretty soon. I appreciate Chris.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Dave. It's great speaking to you.
See you. Take care. That was Chris from Rumble. And like I said to him, people don't give me credit. You think that we have too much going on at Barstool where if I thought we were getting in bed with like really bad people, I would ever fucking do that for no amount of money. It's not censored. There are fucking assholes on Rumble. There are like fucking people I can't even believe exist. But who cares? There's all sorts. He lets everybody on. It is a stock show. FaZe is up 70%. What was the deal that FaZe Clan did? They're up to 20. What the fuck? I got to look at what FaZe did. 70%. They're making me look bad. What is the deal that they did? 70%? FaZe should run to 160. FaZe breakout. What did they do? What was the deal? Rollbit? What the fuck's Rollbit? I don't know. I don't know what Rollbit. I got to look that up. I don't know what Rollbit did. It's up 100 million%. Don't try to make my gains in Spirit look small. I'm going to end it. What are we trading at right now with Spirit? I wish I didn't even look. I'm such a greedy. 13%. It's at $9. Spirit is at $9. I put a mega buy at $4. Where is that red dog? Let's end this. All right. Let's find a song to end this chat. Thanks for Chris. Rumble's still cruising up 11%. Everything's green. Here we go. Let's end it with this. It's not even an airplane. Like airplanes fly like this. Spirit is a rocket ship. It's flying like this. In other words, bleed me true. In other words, Spirit, fly me to the moon and let me play. All together. You are all I long for, all I worship. My stockbroker must be like, in other words, in other words, fly me to the moon, Spirit. Let's end this stream. Spirit is trading at $9. See you motherfuckers tomorrow, today, I don't know when. I will say, for anybody who enjoys or loves Barstool Sports, you're in danger of me retiring again. You're in danger of me retiring again if Spirit keeps moving 10% a day. See ya.